This actually feels way more appropriate for today's coffee review on Wild Highlands coffee from Scotland. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think Scotland, I immediately think of whisky. It just happens to be my first association with the country itself. Please don't judge me for that. I mean that in a really, really good way. When these actually came through the post, they turned up in another thing that reminded me of whisky. Big cardboard boxes. Now, immediately this put me into a fairly calm state of mind because I've always associated whisky with a nice relaxing evening, sat on the sofa, just enjoying a bit of quiet time. So seeing this was a really good start. Now, we've got 3 coffees to choose from. We're going to be reviewing this one today, which is the modern single origin. So on the website, they do a couple of different things. Now, you can either buy the coffees individually. Now, these are 500 gram bags, each of them costing £12.99. Or you can actually go for a variety pack, as it were, and you can have each of their 3 tailored coffees for a price of £33. Now, this is really great because I think this gives you quite a clear story on where the company are coming from. Now, as a company, they do actually specialise in natural products. Head over to their website to give that a little try. The link's in the description below. So as part of those 3, we get the hunting blend, we get the ancient blend, and the one for today's video, the single origin modern. Let's actually see what we get in the bag first of all. Now, what we're going to try and do this time is actually use our flavour wheel to try and more accurately describe what we get from the bag in the first instance. Hopefully that makes it a bit more of a refined process as well. So, if you're following along with the flavour wheel up at the top of the screen there, the very first thing that we get is that dry distillation, or that slightly more sweet but very savoury type of original aroma. And definitely more on the spice side. It feels a little bit wintery when you're actually giving this a good inhale. And from there, you're probably going to go down the warming route and certainly the pepper route as well, because it does feel just that little bit fiery as a coffee itself. But it's lovely and sweet, even if it is a little bit more on the smoky side of it. I do still think of this like a whisky, especially if you like things that are quite peaty or quite smoky. Certainly Lafroig or Lagavulin come to mind with that. Quite a deep, intense flavour, but has a touch of sweetness to go along with it. You can taste the flavours without it being too overly powerful. Now, the bean size itself, they're a fairly sort of medium to large bean, dark roast as we said, but a lovely consistent roast on this, and I always like it when it's consistent. I feel like coffee is really up to its game over the last couple of years with consistency, certainly. So I don't want to talk about this too much without trying it, so let's make ourselves a coffee, and we're going to do a Chemex today for this, and we'll give it a proper taste. So there's our coffee. I did it in a stag cup. It felt right for this. So let's give it a little smell and a little taste and see what we get in the cup. And certainly that sort of spicy initial aroma really comes up to that fore at that point. But the first taste, it has almost a slight acidity, slight lemony acidity, but also a bit of a warming, creamy feel of butterscotch. Now that is what you'd expect to see when you read on the bag itself, and that's kind of nice. It's actually delicious as a filter. The more I think about it, the more it feels cosy, it feels warming, just as we said with those aromas. And I think the more you take sips of this, it does actually feel as though you could quite comfortably just sit back on the sofa, spend an evening enjoying this, very much like your favourite whiskey. And I never have a problem with that. It's a good balanced single origin coffee. For a dark roast as well, you can still taste those flavours, and it's a really, really good quality coffee. It tastes like you would expect it to. Full of flavour, full of warm tones. It's the perfect winter coffee. Try this one and also try some of the other coffees as well, some of the blends. They do have slightly more varied flavours. They certainly tell a story of where the company is coming from and where the company wants to go with these particular coffees. But I, for one, am certainly sold on this, and I think it's a great coffee to invest in going into those slightly colder winter months. So if you fancy giving it a try, check out the link in the description below. Please feel free to leave me some feedback. If you like this coffee or if you've tried it, it'd be great to hear your comments. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so that you can see all of our future videos and become a part of the journey on coffeewithgpa.com. And I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Take care.